Now this is kind of a bummer. Back in July of 2010, around the middle of July 2010, I repaired this Samsung Syncmaster 906BW flat panel display. It had some bad capacitors on the power supply board, so I replaced them. Well, after more than a year's worth of reliable service, about a week or two ago, it started to act up again. The backlight started to flicker, and it went on like that for about an hour before the backlight just plain shut off. Now, the panel itself continued working, because I could faintly see an image on it, and all that seemed to be okay. But turning off the power and turning it back on again resulted in the backlight coming on for about 2 seconds and then going out again. So something has definitely gone wrong here once again that will have to be repaired. Could be any number of things. I haven't tried to investigate the problem yet, nor have I taken any of my test equipment to it to see what might be wrong, although he who admits to not having fully recapped the power supply board probably deserves exactly what he has coming. Now, of course, that monitor was attached to the computer in my bedroom, and my bedroom is not a very big place, so space is definitely at a premium, especially here on my desk where a CRT monitor just wouldn't fit. So the other day I went out to some of the local thrift stores and I found this. And this is an HP Pavilion F50 15-inch flat panel display. Now 15 inches is not quite as nice as like the 19 or so I had on the Samsung panel, but this panel makes up for it in more than a few ways. Despite being branded as an HP Pavilion monitor, which to me says it's part of their value line, this thing has both analog and DVI inputs, which is also kind of surprising considering that it is an early LCD monitor and dates from about 2002, when they would have been much more expensive than they are today. Now, I found this sitting in the thrift store, and they almost never have stuff like this sitting around, so it came as something of a surprise to see it sitting there, especially when they do. They usually assign some absurd price, like $75 or $100 or more, to something like this. So I asked the proprietor of the shop what he'd hoped to get for it. And he said, well, how about $5? I don't know if it even works. As you can imagine, I bundled it up and I got it out of there before he had any chance to change his mind. And of course it works very, very well. Even today it's still got an excellent picture. Of course it'll look a lot better as soon as I turn the computer on. Now I'm running it via the analog VGA input for right now. But as you can see, it's nice and bright and clear, and there's no scarring on the screen or anything like that. So I am back in business. I was really starting to miss having my desktop computer in my room, because even though I have a laptop, sometimes it's nice just to be able to sit down in a proper desk chair and work on things on a full-size computer with a wonderful Unicomp Model M keyboard. Of course, by far and away, the most important thing has been being able to satisfy my craving to play Rigs of Rods, because I really did not want to have to re-download all of the modifications and things that I have applied to this computer to a different system.